I respect everybody till they earn my disrespect. I'd like to talk about immigration amnesty because that's all it is. This thing about immigration reform is just a bunch of bullshit. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. What I'd like to know is why haven't we enforced the existing laws? Our government is not enforcing the existing laws. Why? It would cost too much, they say. Oh, really? You know, I'm pretty sure if you were to take the money that these illegal alien slaws have cost us over the years, either in food stamps, housing, welfare, and illegal jobs that they never pay a dime, not one single dime, in any kind of taxes. Instead, they send this tax-free money out of the United States, home, their home, where they have family, and they keep sending this money too. Could you imagine the kind of money that could be reinserted, used to enforce the laws? But our federal government feels that we can't enforce it, that costs too much. Instead of acting responsibly and, geez, I don't know, maybe we should hire more agents to get these slaws out of this country. Oh, the poor babies. The poor babies that'll be ripped apart from their family because they're citizens while mommy and daddy are not. Wow. Now that sounds like a crock of shit to me. The poor families? Well, the slaws brought it on themselves. Nobody impregnated them except each other. Illegal alien slaws come across the border to break the law. And now they're going to be rewarded. They will get a path to citizenship. Rubio, I think you're an idiot. And I'm about to explain why. See, you seem to think that the United States will crash and burn because we don't have these slaws working in our fields. Really? I think you're an idiot. Do you really believe that after these slaws are allowed to work in this country, because that's what you want them to do, you want to give them jobs and then you say that they will start paying their taxes? Yeah, you're an idiot. Do you really think that these slaws are going to be happy with picking tomatoes once they have their green card and they can get a job and they can be allowed to work in the United States? No. What they're going to do is they're going to flood all of these, well, unions. And then the unions will have more power than the United States government. If you don't think so, why don't we look at the banks? The banks that the United States government says is too big to prosecute. Too big to prosecute? Well, that's an ignorant statement, isn't it? Too big to prosecute. Yeah, our government is abysmally ignorant. If you think they're looking out for the United States citizen, they're not. Not at all. They're looking out for the future vote for their party. Garbage. It's absolute garbage. Napolitano, if this immigration reform was to pass, Department of Homeland Security, headed by the puke Janet Napolitano. Now let's remember her Her little move when sequestration supposedly forced her to just release a bunch of felons, illegal alien felons, onto our streets, not across the border. They were allowed to roam free on the streets of the United States of America, while the pig, the disgusting pig Napolitano, was trying to tell us that these were low-level, criminals. Well, that's a lie. And we found out this was a lie when she sent people out to rearrest these slaws, these illegal alien criminals that she set free, lying the whole time that it was because of sequestration, when sequestration hadn't even kicked in yet. And she's going to make the decisions if this immigration reform passes. It will be up to her to say, we'll let this one in. We're not letting that one in. And guess what? There will be no recourse. She has the last say. She doesn't have to explain to anybody, and she doesn't have to go through any channels. It's her and her alone who decides who stays and who goes. Got a homo lover living over the border, and all of a sudden you're a citizen? Well, now you gotta let the lover in. Really? We gotta bring their family over the border. Can't separate them families. Let's remember, these ignorant, lazy sloths came over the border without their families by their own decision. Let them live by that decision. Tough. But no, we want to make a path to citizenship. Why don't we use the money, the abysmally ignorant amount of money that gets wasted on these sloths? You people don't realize we have a job shortage in this country. And you're going to flood that already strained job market by letting a bunch of illegal alien sloths come over and flood the job market? Wow. Oh yeah. These are the politicians that are supposed to be smart. They're supposed to be intelligent. They're supposed to be looking out for you and I. Seems to me they're only looking out for the people across the frickin' border. Illegal aliens have flooded. It has tripled. The illegal alien sloths coming across the border have tripled since January. Yet Napolitano, the abysmal lying puke, tells us that the borders are as safe as they've ever been. What an abysmal lying pig. Why hasn't there been enforcement? All of this time, all of these years. Kept ignoring the problem. All the while costing the average American taxpayer money out of his pocket to support lazy sloths. Not all of them, mind you, but they are all lawbreakers. They all made the choice to break the law and come across our borders. I would never, in a million years, considering going across the border to Mexico and say, I don't know, do something stupid like grab myself a bale of pot and bring it across the border because, well, hey, I can make some big money. My family needs that money, you know. Would that not be on me? Would that decision to do something stupid and break the law be on me and me alone? If I were to be put in a Mexican prison because of that, because of the, I tried to cross the border with a bale of pot and I didn't make it. I got caught smuggling. So I end up in a Mexican jail for breaking the law. Is the United States government going to come and save me? Hell no. They're going to let me sit there and languish. I broke the law. And as I should. you see, I'm smart enough not to go into another country and break their laws. I have a fear of being put in jail and languishing there for as long as, the Mexican government feels I need to pay my penance. The United States, however, thinks it's a good idea to reward these slobs, these lawbreakers. They've broken the law. I just don't get it. It's amnesty. It's rewarding people for breaking the law. We don't have the money to send them all back. We don't have the money to send them all back. Really? I think we do. I think it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors game that the government is playing. This party wants to give them amnesty so that they can buy those votes. That's exactly what it's about. Buying future votes. Because once you let them in and it's your party that was driving this, you bought a vote for life. How do you people like that? How do you people like the government playing games with votes? That's what it's about. It's about buying votes. Bipartisan? Really? Wait till you see all the pork that gets piled onto this frickin' abysmal horse shit. One of the one of the changes they want to make is that you can bring your gay lover in. Wow. It'll go deeper than that, people. It'll go much deeper than that. Amnesty? No. You don't give amnesty to lawbreakers. Too big to prosecute. Remember that. That means that if you get too big, you can do whatever you want. Government's not going to come after you because they feel that you're too big to prosecute. Unreal. Maybe that's why a bunghole still sits in our White House. Too big to prosecute. An illegal alien Muslim dog is trying to give a bunch of other illegal aliens amnesty. Thus, himself. I don't know, people. I don't get it. These politicians are supposed to be intelligent, supposed to be thinking for us, supposed to be making rules and laws that will save us, will help the American. Not help America at all. They're helping themselves, the politicians. And as we've seen, these politicians aren't looking out for you. Just have a look. I hope this doesn't pass. I honestly hope it doesn't pass. It's disgusting to actually think that enforcing the law will cost more than giving these pukes amnesty. I love how our government can just pick and choose what laws they decide they're going to enforce and what laws they decide they're not going to enforce. Because look into it, people. They're just not enforcing. Call your congressman, call your senator, and give them your point of view. Because if you don't, they will make it up for themselves. God bless America. God bless every American. Good luck to all of us. I think we're going to need it.